Well, welcome, friends. Happy Halloween. It is Sunday morning, 10:54 a.m. here on the West Coast. We took off from Lynchburg, as promised, headed to Hagerstown, Maryland, as promised. KHGR. We've already received our tower handoff. We actually got our tower handoff at more than 60 miles out, so it's a little weird. Hopefully we don't get an IFR cancellation, because as you can see, it's all IMC soon enough. We are already cleared to descend for the approach to 4,000 feet, which according to the published approach plate is the altitude we need to be at the Hagues transition, which is right here somewhere. There. Hagues transition. And then after that, we need to be at the Nolan transition, 2,900 feet. Total approach, final approach is 16.7 nautical miles. Approach course is 272, which we'll enter on the HDG. 272, so we're landing on runway 27, ILS. Haven't done an ILS in several flights. 272 is the approach course for ILS runway 27. And the ILS frequency, oh nuts, I forgot to start my timer. I thought I started it, damn it. ILS frequency is 111.9. Runway length, which we've entered here. Runway length is 7,000 feet. Minimums are 901. Passing below 10,000, we're going too fast, so we got to slow down to 250 and use the speed brakes here. I was getting distracted. That'll slow us down nicely. There we go. Okay, slow down to 240 now. I show 38 miles left on this approach as we come in on the clouds here. Switch our bearing 2 to nav 1, and we are receiving IHGR, the ILS frequency for runway 27, IHGR, 18.9 nautical miles out. Now we're not really 18.9 miles out because we aren't going straight to the airport. If we were just to make a left turn right now and head this way, we're 18 miles, but we have to do this sort of dog leg to get set up for the approach. I may cut that short, to be honest. I was watching my flight yesterday into Lynchburg and thought that it was perhaps a little unnecessarily prolonged. Slow to 230. We're 30 miles out now and 7,800 feet, so shallow our descent rate to 1,200 feet per minute as we get ready to dip into the soup. And we'll wait for this ILS diamond here, this white diamond, to start creeping up, which I believe it is creeping up. So that's good news. Yes, it is. It's coming up. See how this is? When it gets to the midpoint, that's where we want to be on our glide slope. So I'm going to sync our heading bug right now and switch to HDG mode, so that what we're effectively going to do is not do this. When we get here, we're just going to fly this way and then a left turn, kind of cut all that off. Abbreviate it a little bit. So the 220, we're going to shallow out even more now, 1,000 feet per minute. And we'll start making a left turn right about now. This will save some time. We'll slow to 210. Basically going direct to Hagues now, instead of what I feel is kind of an unnecessary, shallow to 700 feet per minute, an unnecessarily prolonged approach. Slow to 200. We're going direct to Hagues right here. It's obscured by all these other waypoints, but going straight here, and then we'll make our left turn. But the ILS is showing perfect. We're just underneath it, which is exactly what you want. But from Hagues on in is 16.7, so it's plenty. I'm going to keep an eye out for icing as we dip into the clouds. It's 2 degrees out, so technically still potentially icing conditions. Continue our slight left turn just so we try to enter that final approach course at about a 30-degree angle. I'm going to shallow out our descent rate even more now to 400 feet per minute. We are getting all the info we need in terms of the ILS direction. We're going to depressurize. We're at 5,400 feet. Let's get our landing lights on. And we'll continue this left turn in just a second. So you see what I'm going to do? Instead of all this, I just cut it short. Head straight this way, and then we're going to slip right on in to the approach. Everything looks great down there. Okay, keep that left turn gentle. Enter. Approach course is 272, so we want to basically enter it at about 302, 312, anywhere between that range, 30 to 40 degree angle. Miles out, slow to 190. Right now we set our heading at 307. Going to bring us in at 35 degrees. And right now what we'll do is we'll switch to bearing 1, nav 1. And that should, sorry, nav source to nav 1. There you go. See? That green CDI? We're coming in right at just perfect. Activate the APPR. Slow to 180. Still watching for icing. 3 degrees out now. Should start to turn left here if it's going to intercept. Hopefully it does. Okay, it's moving. CDI's moving. Oh, we're still in HDG mode. Nav, then APPR. Come on. There's the left turn. Awesome. Okay, good. Whew. So to 175. Do a notch of flaps. Full IMC right now. And you can see we just intercepted it perfectly. I mean, just perfectly. Only issue now is when we're going to get on the glide slope. We're just coming in, flying in just below the glide slope, so that should, now that we have APPR activated, that should grab it as this green diamond drifts down. We're at 4,000 feet now. Coming up on Nolan. 13 miles. Leveling off at 4,000 feet. I want this green diamond right here to start to drift down. Which it is. It's coming down. And as it reaches that midpoint, this GS will turn green. Let's watch together. 12 miles out. Airspeed's good. 177. We got 1 notch of flaps. Just watch it real close. Here goes. If it's going to work, it'll turn green. Right about now. Bingo! Perfect. I love it when it works. Alright, we're going to go zoom in on our MFD here real quick. Down to 3. Still waiting for our landing clearance, however. 10 miles out. Full IMC, but we're on the glide slope, established and stable. Looks like we're about to break out. Gear. 200-mile flight from Lynchburg down to, or up to Hagerstown. Do a notch of flaps. Slow to our approach speed. 145. It's up the runway in sight. Looking good. Passenger view. Looks great. Wow. Okay. Still established on the glide slope. Looks like we're good. Just go full flaps. Okay. Showing 6.7 nautical miles out. There's the runway. Glide slope still good. Looks like we're descending about 650 feet per minute, 700 feet per minute. RA showing 1,880 feet AGL. Winds are coming right at us, 20 knots. Weather in Hagerstown, nice. Kind of nice, I guess, for the fall. Here's our landing clearance. Clear to land, 27, 30 Whiskey.
Cleared to land, runway 27, Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
61 degrees and cloudy. Winds are out of the west-northwest at 16 in Hagerstown. But right now we are depressurized. Landing lights are on. Airplane's, as I said, depressurized. Full flaps. Gears down. We're all set up, stable. Looking good. Look at that. Huh. Awesome, man. All right, we'll disconnect the auto throttle now. Still on the glide slope, perfect.
2 mile final, runway 27.
2 mile final. Wait for the 500 call out. We'll disconnect the autopilot. Definitely windy. But we're nice and stable. Winds are coming in. Slight crosswind from about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock maybe. 500 call out's coming. Autopilot. I have the airplane. I got 1 white, 1 red on the Vasi. Perfect. Definitely feeling the winds blowing us a little bit off the center line, but got 2 whites now on the Vasis. Back to red and white. Airspeed's perfect, 144. Little crosswind from the right. Try to dip that right wing. Spoilers are up. Reverser's on. Still wanting to, having to use left rudder and right aileron. We're good though now. Okay, friends. Well, welcome to Hagerstown. Exit here.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey, turn next taxiway. Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey, contact ground on 120 decimal 8.
Beautiful. That went great.
Hagerstown Tower, Cessna Tree
Local
Bravo
time
Whiskey.
2.
Say again, please.
Why I didn't say again?
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey, contact ground on 120 decimal 8.
Stupid. Okay, we'll
Going
contact
to 120 decimal 8, Cessna Tree
contact
Bravo
ground and request taxi to parking.
Hagerstown
Local time
ground, Cessna
2:08
November,
p.m.
Tree Bravo
I was gonna
Whiskey,
stop our
taxi.
timer, but I forgot to start it on this flight.
Cessna November,
Landing
Tree
lights are
Bravo
off.
Whiskey,
Taxi lights on and
general
pulse lights
aviation
off.
parking by taxiway Bravo Charlie, cross runway 90 Charlie Alpha.
Turn off RTL flood and wing inspection lights.
Taxiing to general
Zoom in on the
aviation
MFD.
parking by taxiway Bravo Charlie, cross runway 90 Charlie Alpha, Cessna Tree
We'll still
Bravo
find out how
Whiskey.
long this flight was once we drop the logbook screen. Oh, let's bring in those spoilers. And bring in those flaps. Oops, I guess we should have exited left and not right. I studied an airport diagram and it was kind of hard to tell which way we were supposed to go because there's parking on both sides. That's okay, this is just a little itty bitty detour. Right toe brake. Come on. There you go.
Approaching runway 0927. Enter runway 0927.
This is great. Another great flight. I was going to do 2 flights yesterday, but I was just so wiped out from my run that I decided to... There's a car sitting in the middle of the taxiway. We're going to slice right through that guy. Yeah, I was too tired yesterday to do a second flight, so... Now we're in Maryland as our ongoing 50-state tour. Look at this guy. You're going to lose.
Bravo Whiskey, hold position, caution, other traffic.
Sorry.
Hold position, Cessna
So
3
funny.
Bravo Whiskey.
Left toe brake.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey, continue taxi.
I will, thank you.
Roger, Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
All right, let's park. Taxi lights off. Anyway, a beautiful fall day here in Hagerstown. Can I zoom in any more than that? No, I can't. All right, let's park. No crazy turns required for this parking job. There, I can see the marshaller from here. All right, close enough. I'll take it. Right engine. And as I said, welcome to Hagerstown. Parking brake. Look outside, final look. Fantastic. Fantastic. Man. SU-6 continues to deliver. All right, let's get our lights off. Wrap this up. Hopefully everybody has a nice Halloween. Stop at the desktop and see how long this flight was. Huh. It's not dropping at the desktop. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Left main, left electrical, right electrical. And batteries off. And there's our screen. There we go. So, from Lynchburg, Virginia to Hagerstown, Maryland. 38-minute flight. Still screwed out of my landing credit, although now it's up to 49. It should be from 48, but it should be higher than that. Anyway, thanks for joining us. I enjoyed this flight, and I was glad that I took the initiative and cut off a little bit of that dog leg because it was unnecessary, and we were still easily able to enter the final approach course at Hagues at the IAF at a 30, I think it was a 35-degree angle. So. You saw it with your own 2 eyes. And then the glide slope interception was perfect as well. So everything really, really went by the book on this one. And we're happy to be in Maryland. And depending on how today goes, I've got a whole bunch of little projects planned I've got to do and so forth. But we may head off to Dover or somewhere in Delaware later today, depending on how things go. But anyway, thanks for joining us, and hope everybody has a nice Halloween. Take care.